Hola clase, bienvenido a la clase de español. Welcome to Spanish class. If you're watching this, you are in my Spanish class. Today we're going to talk about interrogatives. Interrogatives are asking questions. We're question words in Spanish. All right, and so you've been doing this all year long. The first one we're going to go to is que. Que with an accent means what. Without an accent, it's a completely different word. You have to have that tilde mark on there. And when you're using the word que, you're looking for a definition. You're looking for to define what something may be. All right. And so one example would be ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? We're asking you to define your preferenced activities. All right. The second example we have is ¿Qué día es hoy? What day is today? All right. And so we're asking you to define which day does today stand on, right? So hoy es lunes, hoy es martes, hoy es miércoles, whatever it may be. The next question word we're going to go to is como. Como has an accent over the first O, a tilde, and it means how or what. Without that accent mark, it means a different word. All right, it has a different definition. It does not mean how or what without it. All right. So when we're using como for what, you're asking for an explanation. All right. A couple examples we have is ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? You're literally explaining how do you call yourself? All right. What do you call yourself? And then ¿Cómo se dice how in español? How do you say how in Spanish? That's what that sentence means. We're asking you to explain how would you say the word how, right? And so that's really it there. Cual or cuales is the next one. There's an accent over the A for both of them because all question words have a tilde. All right, it means which or what. Cual is used when you expect the answer to be just one noun, right? The expected answer has one noun. Cuales is when you expect the answer to have two or more nouns. All right. When it's used as what, you're using it with an imaginary group or maybe a real group which you're selecting from. All right. And so you have, for example, ¿Cuál es tu día favorito? What day is your favorite? There are 7 days that you're selecting from, right? It's an imaginary group of 7 that we all know. There's not an 8th day. There's only those 7 options. And so you're selecting which day is your favorite. ¿Cuál es tu día favorito? Okay. And then ¿Cuáles son los libros que te gustan? Which books do you like? Here, there's a set number of books. You got to select the one that you like the most. All right. All right. So the next word that we're going to use is porque. Porque means why. Again, because it has a space between por and que, and it has a tilde over the e, we know it means why. Without that space and that tilde, it means because. ¿Por qué no hablas español? Why do you not speak Spanish? All right, you're asking for an explanation of why something's not done. ¿Por qué cantan ustedes en la clase de español? Why do y'all sing in Spanish class? All right, so again, you're looking for an explanation on why something occurs. ¿Quien and quienes? Again, we have a tilde over the e, right? They mean who or whom. Because it has a tilde, we know it's a question mark, question word. Quien is used when you expect the answer to be just one person. Quienes is used when you expect the answer to be 2 or more people. All right? So, ¿quién es él? Who is he? All right? ¿Quiénes son ellas? Who are they? And here we have a group of people that we're asking about, right? More than one person. So, now, if we add the word they in front of quien, we could actually question ownership. We could try to find out who something belongs to. All right. De quien, one person, son las plumas. Whose pens are these? All right. Because we're talking about who, and it's just one person, we're going to use quien. Cuando is the next one. Cuando means when. All right. Cuando is used to talk about when something's going to happen. And again, it has an accent over the A because it's a question word. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? ¿Cuándo empieza la clase de español? When does Spanish class start? Again, we're looking for a time frame, whether it's an actual hour of the day or whether it's in relation to something else. Spanish class starts before English class. All right. Finally, now we're getting to donde. Donde with an accent over the O means where. Again, it's a question word, so it has to have a tilde. When asking where someone is going, you could add a to the beginning to indicate a destination. So there's two different ways we could use this for now. ¿Dónde está la pluma? Where is the chair? ¿A dónde va el estudiante? To where does the student go? We're looking for that destination. The student's going to class or whatever it may be. Cuanto. Cuanto with an accent over the A, tilde, right? How many and how much. That's what it means. All right, and because it has an accent, it's a question word. When using cuanto, you must match the number and gender of the noun to the question word, the interrogative. All right. ¿Cuánto cuesta? Cost. El bolígrafo. El bolígrafo is masculine and singular, and so we're going to use cuanto with an O at the end. How much does the pen cost? If we use la pluma as our noun, which is feminine and singular, we're going to use cuánta. ¿Cuánta cuesta la pluma? How much does the pen cost? If we're talking about more than one, los bolígrafos, masculine and plural, we're going to use ¿cuántos cuestan los bolígrafos? How much do the pens cost? And then las plumas, feminine and more than one, we have to have an AS at the end of cuanto. ¿Cuántas cuestan las plumas? How much do the pens cost? The gender of these four all depend on the gender of these four, right? And of course the number as well. Now that you've learned all the interrogatives, you'll have a chance to practice asking questions in Spanish. I'll pose a response and you'll write the question that would fit the response. Okay, so write the questions to the following response. Yo como pizza y manzanas a las 3 de la tarde. Okay, go ahead and pause your video and write your question now. The answer that what you just saw up there was I eat pizza and apples at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You should have written down a question. ¿Qué comes a las 3 de la tarde? All right, if you got that right, awesome. Now, let's go ahead to se dice hamburguesa en español. Go ahead and pause the video and write your question down. In English, the answer was you say hamburger or hamburguesa in Spanish. All right. ¿Cómo se dice hamburger en español? That would have been the question that you should have written down. The next one. Mi clase favorita es la clase de español. Go ahead and pause the video and write down your question now. The answer that I just wrote above there was my favorite class is Spanish class. Okay, you should have written down the question, ¿cuál es tu clase favorita? Good job. All right, next one. Yo hablo bien el español porque yo practico español todos los días. Okay, pause the video and write your question to that response. The answer or the response in English means I speak Spanish well because I practice Spanish every day. All right, you should have written down the question, ¿por qué hablas español bien? Okay, or something similar to that. Next one. Nosotros vivimos en Wyoming. Okay, pause your video, write down the question now. This response in English means we live in Wyoming. Okay, you should have written down quien vive en Wyoming. If you got that right, give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. All right. Next we have el cumpleaños de Hunter es el 4 de enero. All right. You should pause your video, write your question down now. The answer in English is that Hunter's birthday is January 4th. The question you should have written down, ¿Cuándo es el cumpleaños de Hunter? If you got that, give yourself a double pat on the shoulders. Good job. Okay? And then el baño está al lado de la biblioteca. Shh. El baño está al lado de la biblioteca. Okay? Pause the video and write your question now. The answer, or the response in English is the bathroom is next to the library. You should have written down the question, ¿Dónde está el baño? Finally, we have hay 15 estudiantes en la clase de español. Pause your video and write your question now. The answer, or this answer in English, means there are 15 students in Spanish class. You should have written down the question, ¿Cuántos estudiantes hay en la clase de español? If you got that, give yourself a double thumbs up. Oh yeah. Alright, good. Okay, ya acabamos. This is everything. Alright, here are all the different question words and a variety of ways to use those question words in sentences. Please, please, please practice those. Practice writing questions, because there are going to be days that you want to ask somebody a question and you need to know these words. Vale. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Adios.